In over 10 years of working with hundreds of clients whose loved ones have had dementia, I think one of the greatest challenges we face as caregivers stems from the fact that you simply can't see their limitation. Look at these two pictures. Who has a disability? Well, certainly you might say that the man in the wheelchair has some sort of disability. After all, he's in a wheelchair. You would not suggest that he go up or down stairs because you see that he has that limitation. Yet when our loved ones have dementia, we ask them all the time to do things that they're not capable of doing because we simply don't see their disability. But if you could see inside their brains, you'd realize that there are real physical changes taking place. Look at these diagrams of a brain without dementia and a brain with dementia. You can see that the brain with dementia is shrunken, atrophied. There are large gaps where brain matter used to be. And look at these PET scans. These are brains of living individuals, one without dementia and one with dementia. The red indicates electrical activity, brain cells that are communicating with each other, sending information and signals back and forth. You can see clearly that the brain of the person without dementia, there is a lot of activity going on, and in the brain of the person with dementia, there's very little. And with dementia, pretty consistently, it's not just physical changes in your brain. You also lose certain capabilities. There's a saying among dementia caregivers that you lose on the left and retain on the right. You see, our left brains are responsible for logic, facts, words, and our ability to control behaviors. And our right brain is responsible more for qualitative capabilities like our ability to feel, to recognize images and symbols, and to evaluate and take risks. You may have experienced this if you've ever gotten into a discussion with your mom or dad who has dementia. You start asking them to do things they're not capable of doing. I'd like to tell you a story of an interaction that I had with my mom who had dementia and for whom we cared for about 5 years before she passed. One night at dinner, she made a comment that my birthday was on a date it wasn't. Now, I was born in November, and she made a statement that I was born in April. Pretty funny, right? My mom didn't know my birthday. And this is where I did the wrong thing. I tried to correct her, and we got into this back and forth, my mom insisting it was April, and me telling her no, it was November. So finally, with an air of authority, and probably a smirk on my face, I pulled out my wallet and showed her my driver's license. There it is, November. And she looked at that and said, well, not according to my paperwork. You see, what was going on here was that she was losing her ability to deal with facts and logic. But her feelings were very much intact, and she was annoyed and insulted that her smart alecky son was having a chuckle at her expense. You see, my error was that I had asked her to do something she simply was not able to do anymore. Deal with facts. And it really didn't matter, because who cared when my birthday is? So when you're interacting with your loved one, think of these two individuals and remind yourself that there are real disabilities and we just don't see them. Thank you so much for watching The Caring Corner. If you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you've had an experience dealing with your loved one that was similar to mine with my mom, I'd love to hear about it. Please provide it in the comment section.